Today, we are going to be taking a little break from elevator parts. You see, I haven't really had a chance to dive into the world of vehicles. I didn't really do anything with trucks. We do have a train, but it's so simple, I wouldn't even really count it. Drones. This game has freaking drones, and we are going to go crazy with them. Starting with this area here, the soon-to-be drone fuel hub. But one side note before we begin. In the last episode, I made the mistake of packaging nitrogen and then unpackaging it, which I later found out was, well, wrong. So I spent 5 hours on stream just fixing and optimizing it. And now I have 6 blenders instead of just 1, with 6 assemblers pumping out heat sinks, and pipes ran directly instead of packaging it. I cleared out the mini aluminum factory that I thought we needed, which means I could repurpose these for something else. So everything is how it should be once again. So let's get started, shall we? So as you can see, I've already set up the oil extractors. So this is a pure node and these are normal. So fully overclocked, that'll give us 1200 crude oil to play with. So this is going to be a dedicated hub for all of the fuel that the drones are going to use. So for everywhere I need to go, there's going to be 2 stations, one for cargo, and then the other station is going to be for refueling the other station. And this is going to be the hub. I might have like 5 or 6 drones purely just delivering fuel to all the other stations. That way I can run all of my drone networks without having to worry about fuel. And I'm not sure how much fuel everything's going to take compared to how much we're going to generate here. I'm not sure, but that's what this episode is going to be. Trial and error and figuring out drones. I'm pretty freaking stoked about this because drones is something I've actually been looking forward to, but kind of putting off because of the fact that they need fuel. And I've watched a few videos on it and I kind of know what I'm doing. So you can actually see at the top of my screen, I actually tried out one of the drones over at the turbo fuel station, or the factory that I have going over there. So since we're making turbo fuel, I need to get some coal and I believe it's limestone, sulfur, sorry. So I do already have the start of a belt running right there, and then over, I think it's right here. Yeah, you can see there's some foundations. I think that is the sulfur, and then that is the coal. So the first thing we need to do is get all this stuff belted over so that we can start on turbo fuel. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the sulfur. So we're gonna go ahead and toss up a miner. One thing we're gonna be doing with all of this is we're actually skipping the fuel portion. We're gonna be using an alternate recipe for the rocket fuel, which will be turbo heavy fuel. So we're gonna make plastic, and these are gonna turn into empty canisters so that we could package them. And then this is gonna be feeding into other refineries to make rocket fuel. That way we skip the fuel part completely, which means we need 75 per minute. So we have 1200 to work with. I already did the math. That's 16 refineries. So we're gonna start with putting down 16 of these bad boys. It's gonna be fun times. 16 refineries at your service. Now I need to pipe all this stuff. Need to figure out all the math. Hopefully we don't run into any issues. But the cool part is one pipe can distribute evenly to all 8 of the bottom ones, and then the other pipe could do the other 8. So this actually works out pretty damn well, especially since I could just come up the middle, split it right here, and then the other one, the top pipe, will just go up We'll have to add our water pumps or whatever, and it'll go up there and distribute to those ones. So this shouldn't be too difficult. In fact, could probably come out here with this like so. Actually, we'll go further so I can attach the junction. Ooh, it actually might not be that great. So I might actually have to curve this a little bit. So actually, let's go like this. We're gonna curve this to like right here. Oops. And then we'll go straight. I need to turn off those notifications. Nope. Okay, so I need to go to about right here. Because what I want to do is put a junction and have them, you know, evenly connected over to these two. So, and if I have it too far over, then the pipe won't do its bendy thing and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and connect this up to here, and then we'll bring this straight like that. Toss this her. I don't know. That looks good to me. And then we can go straight into these. Or actually, I'll need to put some junctions. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all set up. I just killed one of those things. Ada asked me if that was truly necessary. Absolutely. It is absolutely necessary. The guy was in my way. And these aren't snapping how... Like, I have to point right there for it to snap, which is kind of weird. But whatever. We good. We got this. We are rock stars, remember? I don't think that could have been any more simple than what that was. So far, so good. So we have all these piped up. Time to move on to the next step. The other side of the refineries. So I went ahead and piped the outputs of both the conveyor belts, because these are going to be pumping out plastic and heavy oil residue. So I did a nice, neat little belt system here. I'm going to connect some splitters down here. I'm also going to do the same thing up there, which we've actually done already. I neatly piped everything down here, did the same thing up here with the belts. Everything is going smoothly so far. So the math is going to be a little weird because I'm dealing in decimal points. So our plastic, like our constructors that we're going to be put down for the empty canisters, is not going to be running at 100 or 100% efficiency. And that's because the sixth one is only going to be taking like point something. I don't know. But I want it to be kind of symmetrical. So my constructor section is going to be right here. There's only going to be 6 on the bottom. And then I'm going to do another layer and do 6 on the top. And then we will start working on the refineries for the turbo fuel. I haven't done the math there yet, but we'll get there. Baby steps. One thing I'll never understand is why these conveyor splitters are trying to snap to that. It's already full. Like, oh my god, this is empty. Prioritize the empty first. Oh my god. So I gotta lock it and hope that placing it like that works. See, this one's connecting to that one. Even though this one's freaking closer, it's got an empty input. That makes absolutely no sense. But it's okay. It's okay. Not gonna crash out too hard because they've got ways around it, which I'm utilizing. So there is a little bit of clipping over here. I'm not too concerned with it though. I'm gonna be putting catwalks and stuff around here. It's gonna look pretty sick, but I'm finishing up with the bottom level right now, and then I'm going to start on the upper level. This one should snap a lot easier since there's nothing over here. And then once we get all that squared away, we'll probably start on the refineries for the turbo fuel, which is going to be tricky. Well, not really, because I have all of the heavy oil residue coming into 2 separate pipes. So it's, I believe, 400 each pipe. So with a total of 800, I think. No. 400 total. So 200, 200. We'll have to figure out how many refineries that's going to be using these pipes right here. So I'm gonna continue to belt this stuff up. I just wanted to rant about the stupid snapping points. Inputs and outputs have been belted, and instead of doing the refineries next, I think I'm gonna try to utilize this space right here to kind of package. Actually, I'm not sure how that's gonna work. So how many can these package at one time? So packaged turbo fuel. Let's go ahead and see what it does overclocked. So we're gonna be doing 50 empty canisters per minute, and these are outputting so many. So many. So for each constructor, I can do 3 packagers, which is... Oh, but no, no, it's the same, yeah. So, interesting. So, 3 times 12. That's 36 packagers. Holy hell. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I think it's gonna look awesome. It's probably gonna be overkill, but I would rather have way too much than way too little. I should probably do those last, though. We're gonna end up doing the rocket fuel next. I mean, not the rocket fuel, turbo fuel. So we'll get that out of the way, and this is probably just gonna be a blank space. We could probably figure out something to do, but we just didn't have enough room for 12 constructors right here, so I had to stack them, and I wanted it to be even on top as it is on bottom. So that's why I only went this far, and we have this little gap. So I might be able to toss a few refineries here to fill the gap in, and then the rest of the refineries will be out here. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the math and figure out how many refineries I actually need. So only clocking it to 200% leaves us with needing 6. So if I don't overclock them, let's see. So if I go like that, see, it's like a weird number. So I'm thinking I'm gonna keep it at 200%, do 6 refineries, which we might be able to do. I probably should have put these over here so that I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 refineries. I don't want to redo all this though, so we're probably gonna end up just routing these pipes through right here, or maybe even over top of these belts and then coming over here. That way we can fill this gap in a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This is not gonna be 100% efficiency. We are gonna have some refineries struggling, like the last one, but I'm fine with that, and we'll fix stuff as we go, figure out what we do need to get to 100% efficiency, and then make tweaks and stuff to match the numbers up. Sound like a plan? Good, good, good. And something cool that actually works out pretty freaking well is I do not actually have to... I can delete this pipe going down there, and then just go from this side. I might actually move these over so that the inputs align. I can't do that with the bottom one, but actually, yeah, we won't be able to do it with the bottom one. No big deal. And also, what I can do over here is, oh, that's awesome, because I can just bring a pipe around here. So if I go straight over here, and then we go straight, and then we come around this way. Bruh. That's sick. We'll come through here, and hopefully these... Oh, they do. Oh, they do. Now I can go like this. Dude, this is working out so much better than I thought it was. Hell yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do here. Oh wait, no, this is extra. I didn't even need this. So we can actually compact it even more. There we go. It's a little bit neater. This is gonna work out so good. So freaking good. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this pipe because we don't... Oh, wait. Yeah, we don't need this. I almost thought that I deleted the wrong stuff. But we're good. We are good. Go ahead, delete this. Come on down here. I'm gonna do the same thing as we did down there. Lovely. So now we have this open space to work with. It's actually coming together quite nicely. I'm proud of what I have so far. Look at how cool this looks. It looks proper. For once, it looks uniform. It looks neat. I never do this kind of stuff, but I'm learning. I'm learning how to make things efficient, neat, organized, tidy. Let's continue. And doing a little bit of quick math, it looks like we are going to need 7.2 packagers. I'm gonna make that 8, 4 on top, 4 on bottom. Actually, I don't know if bottom's gonna be... Yeah, we can do that. Hell yeah, because I'll go down here, I'll do like a little platform. Ooh, that's gonna be good. All right, I need to calculate how far down the platform needs to be. It's about right there. Holy crap. It looks so good. All right, can I go up one? Like, is that gonna poke through? No, perfect. So, I just ran out of gas. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna go up, 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 and away, and away, and away. So I think that is where it was. Oh, why do I have freaking half foundations? I don't want half foundations. Bring these up. Damn it. I keep grabbing the wrong foundations. All right, this isn't quite working out how I need it to, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do my packaging section, like right here, and then do 2 stories, and then I'm gonna delete all of these foundations that are... Yeah, I think that's gonna be the move. Make it look all nice and tidy, and this is gonna work out perfect too, because I can just belt all of these directly into the packagers, and then I'll need to account for the pipes that I need to run for the turbo fuel. So, hold on, let me get a pipe out here just to gauge. And then we'll go logistics, put this little doohickey right here, and that little doohickey right there. All right. So that is going to be roughly where the packagers will need to start. Actually, I might be able to run this like over here, kind of utilize this space. Should probably bring this over a little bit though. Now that I'm looking at this though, I probably should bring the pipe up and leave the conveyor belts down below, because the belts are on the bottom, pipes are on the top. So yeah, I think that is what I am going to do. Looking good, looking good. Now I need to replicate this up there, and then we should be pretty damn close to finishing up. I will need to do... Okay, all right, I see what I'm going to do next. So we're gonna have another platform right above this, basically replicate that, but I'm gonna have to do something different with the pipes. I'll probably have to go over here and then go down and over. Yep. Well. I just ran out of power shards, so I gotta go do some sloop hunting. Woohoo! Actually meant slug hunting. My bad.
Many minutes later.
Slugs have been acquired, and now I have a blueprint for a crafter, but I don't have power shards, so we gotta do this without power shards. All right, so I built this to automatically divide up all the slugs and stuff, so I don't have to really worry about anything. Where's my other ones? All right, right here. Excuse me. Oh, never mind. It just needs to be started. All right, where do I have my power pole on this? Oh, I don't. It's these. Frick! Need to run power. Alright, and that should get those crafting. I gotta wait for these to finish. So hold, please. All right, we are back in business. Now I need to go through and make sure I have everything overclocked because that's how I calculated it. So none there, one there. Okay, so this is where I ran out. So I'm assuming these ones down here are all good to go. Yes, they are. Okay, so gonna fix this and we will continue. So now we are pretty much complete with the turbo fuel. So I think the next step is to expand this out and start on all of the drone stations or the drone, whatever you call them, port. But first I need to condense all these belts. So 50 times 8, that's 400. So I can do everything all in one belt, which is ideal because I'll probably do 4 drone ports for now, and then have 100 going into each of them per minute. And then we'll go and do drone ports in other places. Dude, I am super pumped about this. Drones are gonna be so freaking fun. So let me go ahead and get these belts squared away. Yeah. And then we'll go ahead and start doing the drone ports. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Get out of here. Is he swimming? Why is he swimming? He's like 800 foot tall. He could touch. Belting complete. I think I'm going to go ahead and power everything on. And I'm going to toss down an awesome sink, just to make sure everything's running optimally. I'm hoping that everything works out how I envisioned it in my brain. All right, all of the power is connected, I believe. I do need to connect these bad boys. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get these started. That, connect that. And then I want this one to come over here. Actually, we'll just do another pull right here. All right. So oil should be flowing like crazy. And now, the moment we have been waiting for. Actually, I want to make sure that this is actually flowing. Good. Good. Okay, we're good there. Good there. Okay. There we go. So now we just have to power this up. I'm a little nervous. Hold on. Let's see what we have for power. Okay, yeah, we're pretty good. So we're only using 17 right now, and we have 37 over 40,000 megawatts. So we good. Or no, I think that's the max capacity. So that includes this. So 37.81. All right, here we go. I'm scared. Hold me. I forgot one crucial step. Can you guys figure it out? So doing the math, I am going to have one assembler per refinery that is pumping out turbo fuel, or packaged turbo fuel, or no, regular turbo fuel. So I'm gonna have to do 2 with sloops, slightly underclocked to, clocked to 240. So we're gonna do that. So this will give us 2 of these will give us 240, which will leave us with only needing 2 more assemblers. So that's how we're gonna work through, because I only have a normal node for coal and a normal sulfur node, and I don't want to belt anything from way far away. So that's how we're gonna do this. So I need to figure out a spot for these. I think I could probably do all 4 of them on one platform. probably off this way. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see what I can come up with here. Alrighty, so all the belts are complete. I mean, it's only 2 belts, but I did a stacking design right here until I get down here. It stacks and stacks, and then over here is where it transitions into side by side. Admittedly, I probably could have done the stacking right here too, but what's done is done. And now I need to power these and see if everything's actually running optimally. All right, moment of truth. Everything's running, everything's doing the stuff, doing the things. We should start seeing some packaged turbo fuel. Not quite sure why that's not working. Why? Why you no work? What else did I miss? Oh, no, it just needed time to run. So these should start going green. There we go. All right, so yeah, it's gonna take a minute. So I'm gonna let these catch up and balance out. See how we're working afterwards. And I think while we're waiting for this to all balance out, because that's gonna probably take a couple hours. Oh, I've found a spot I missed. Oh my God. Nope, not that. How am I missing so much stuff? It's all right, because that's actually good news. That means it won't take as long. Okay, so that one's already connected. These, hell yeah, baby, look at that. Okay, so I think we're in good shape now. Oh man, I can't wait to get this beautified. Ignore the thumbs up right there. But look at this behemoth of a factory, and it's only gonna get bigger because over here is gonna be all of our drone stations. The whole reason we're doing this is for the drone stations. So now we get into the nitty gritty. It's gonna be so fun. Look at all that turbo fuel. Hell yeah. I'm so excited. I don't think I explained the reasoning that we're doing drones. And that's just because A, they're cool as hell. B, I don't have to run massive lines of infrastructure, yet I could still reap the benefits of having vehicles transport stuff across the map. Now, I am aware of how much fuel they take, which fuels work best, and all that stuff. And I also am aware that they are much, much slower than a train. But I don't care about any of that. So it's gonna drastically increase what we can do across the map because I haven't really went the extra mile when it comes to getting resources. So this will allow me to do little factories here and there and then bring all of the resources back to my main hub. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this and I can't wait to get these optimized and ready to go. But we are almost complete. We just need to hurry up before, well, actually it doesn't really matter because this is gonna sink the overflow, so we can take all the time we need. And really, we're pretty much almost done because I got the drones down, I got the drone ports down. I just need to split all of these into here, and then I also want to get them split into the actual inventory itself. So first we need to power it, and then we need to fill it. Yeah. Somehow, we are at 1 million points per minute, and I am not sure what's doing that. I'm not going to question it, but this sink is not taking anything right now. So that's got to be something back at my hub that is now overflowing. It might be my heat sinks, honestly. That's crazy, though. I looked at this and I seen 227. Last I checked, I only had like 190 coupons. So something's pumping up the volume. So I'm not going to complain or question it. We have everything evenly distributing all of the rocket fuel. I'm going to go ahead and connect all this to power so that everything can fill up and hopefully get this show on the road. Guess we'll find out if all this works. Oh yeah, baby. So we might actually have to downsize to 2. So probably these middle 2 right here, because yeah, the turbo fuel is a little slow. Yeah, it's like ridiculously slow. So we might even be able to do like just 1. Yeah, what happens if we cut off? So here, let's cut this one off and see what happens. See how fast it fills up. So it's still doing those. So now it should. Wait, why is it not? Where is it going? I'm so confused. Oh, it's going in the drone itself. How do I get in the inventory of this thing? Hello? Hello? Oh wait, drone. This port. All ports? I have no idea. I don't know how to get into the inventory of this thing to see if it's actually filling up, but I guess we'll just wait it out. This isn't running as optimally as I had hoped. So I might need to go do a bunch of sloop hunting. Because yeah, for some reason, my heavy oil residue is halting. So what's up with that? What's happening? What are we doing? Plastic. Bruh. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a overflow for plastic. So I need to figure out where everything is going. All right, so this is going this way. Going in there. All right, problem solved. I think. Gotta wait for all this to start pumping up again. There it goes. Nice and speedy. And I think I might do the same thing over here with the these canisters. That way stuff starts you know, flowing naturally. Yeah, I need that turbo fuel to pick up the pace. Come on, man. Pick up the pace. Yeah, once I do some sloop hunting, I'll probably go through and sloop some stuff. Definitely the packaged turbo fuel. Definitely need that sloop. Oh, I can't sloop it. So the only thing I can do is sloop the turbo fuel itself. Yeah. But we already knew, or I already knew, that this was not going to be 100% efficient. I just want things to run continuously, I guess you could say. Just enough so where I can get these up and running. It still hasn't even switched over to this. So it's still filling up the drone. Man, I wish that you could actually sloop this. That would be nice. But unfortunately, you cannot. For some reason. Alright, the drone can carry 900. So that's 9 stacks. Now it's starting to fill up into the actual inventory. So each station is only going to need 100 fuel. So this drone, in theory, can hit 9 different stations, hopefully come back and get more. Yeah, it's actually filling up pretty fast. So I might just utilize this one drone for all of the ports. I don't know though. I have to mess around with it some more. I really wish it would tell me how fast this is going, but I guess I could just put a conveyor throughput like right here just to see how fast it's going. So we're gonna let that calibrate, see how many we're transferring per minute. I know it's only one belt, but this one is gonna fill up so fast that it doesn't really matter what the throughput is on this one. It's this one that I want to know how many we're rolling with. And I could just look at the machines, but none of the machines are actually running at 100%. So this one's like terrible. This one's terrible. They're all terrible. They're all pretty freaking terrible. So I can't really rely on the math of the machines to do my calculations. But it looks like we're running around 150 per minute. So I think this will be viable. I think we're going to be able to do this. Does kind of suck that we can only really use one. We might be able to scale it up to more, but We got to see what we can do with one first. And then if we need another one, we have it right here. I'm not going to demolish these or anything. They're going to be here on standby. Because I think all of them have fuel. Ish. So yeah, we'll be able to open these up, start using them when we need them. Now I want to figure out a test. So I think I'm going to go build a drone port at the hub, and then just do some test runs. Or no, I would want to test it out somewhere where I have materials down. So I forgot I was testing it out up here too. I like that when you hover over it, it tells you what's coming. That's actually kind of sick. So but let's see. I guess we can go. I have no idea. I'll figure something out. So I'm actually not sure if one drone can go to multiples, but I guess I could chain them. So like if I were to support, or if I were to put in like this one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I need to delete these. So which one is this one? Okay, so that one's gonna fly over to here. Come hither. Wait. Oh, okay. It went up and then came down. Okay, cool. That's so slow. That's okay, though. All right, and then this one, so this port, we're gonna go back to this one after it's done. Yeah, baby, let's go. So then it's gonna come back here, it's gonna refuel this, and then it's gonna go back to that one. Okay, cool. So now I kind of know how things are working. And it's gonna pick these up, I think. Are you picking this up? Aha! And it leaves some left over. All right, cool. So yeah, I think this is gonna work very well. I'm getting a little giddy. These drones are so sick. It takes 2.5 minutes just to do this round trip. So we're gonna be fighting with the time and stuff. So all right. So I'm gonna go somewhere and try to test this out and see how long it takes and all that good stuff. So I was flying around just collecting some more slugs, and I was trying to think of what materials I'm going to need very soon. And I think what I'm going to do, just for testing purposes, is I'm going to go over here and grab some bauxite. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. I'm near my my fuel stuff, or my power plants that are over there. My turbo fuel power plant. Don't mind this. This is for rubber. This was part of me fixing my mistake. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I want to test it out with the bauxite nodes over here. I'll condense them, get them into the drone stations, and I want to test this out. I died. Damn it. I may or may not have messed up my hypertube cannon. Ooh, the swamp is so creepy. What are these things? Hello? I like it. I really like it. I've been through here before, but I never really looked around. But all right, I'm gonna get these bauxite nodes combined and into some drone stuff. All right, so I have a drone port out in the swamp. We're gonna see how. Holy crap! Okay, well, I guess I'll meet you over there. Oh my God, he's beating me. He's beating me there. Cheating. Just trying to get over there to see how everything's working. Come on. Come on. Okay, we're here. So I have this set up to land right here and distribute fuel. So what's going to happen is this is going to... Oh, actually... Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So this is gonna pop out a bunch of turbo fuel. It's gonna go into each of the fuel parts, like so. That way, these will always be good on fuel. And then the second drone is going to be transporting. And it will always be good on fuel because we are... Look at that. That's so good. So I'm thinking this is going to be too fast. Because if it comes over here and it can't drop off anything, that could be a problem. So I might have to daisy chain a bunch. But so far, it's working great. I'm actually going to turn this into a smart splitter and sink the overflow. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go here. So I'm going to have to... Because I want to use this. Oh, actually, we're probably going to have to do another awesome sink. Because that one's already overloaded right now. And all of this is just temporary, so I'm not too concerned with how this looks or whatever. All right, so smart splitter. There we go. Now, no matter... Holy crap, he's back! Dude, it's only been like 2 seconds. I want to see what it says, like the time it takes. That is what I'm curious about. That's weird. It doesn't give me the time. Okay, that's weird, but whatever. I'll have to figure out some more stuff. So what I think I'm going to do is I am going to program a drone to bring all that bauxite over to where I'm doing the aluminum factory, where the blenders and stuff are as well. So that's going to be my main aluminum factory. So I need to make sure all the bauxite is going there, even though we still have a lot of bauxite we can still use, but the more the merrier. And I plan on expanding this greatly anyway, because I'm assuming we're gonna need a lot more pretty soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and whip up a quick drone port here, and we're probably gonna utilize the awesome sink just for now, but I want to get this working and get the bauxite over here. So we need 2 drone ports, one to transport, and then the other one for fuel. Really wish this stuff wouldn't glitch, like where the walls meet the foundations. It bugs me a lot. But yeah, we're just gonna build this over top of the pipes and stuff. And that also hides the pipes, so that's a good thing, I suppose. All right, I set my swamp bauxite. I set up that drone. It should be arriving. Everything's gonna be going to the awesome sink for now until I get all this figured out, but it should be coming around the mountain, literally. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. That's right. That's right. Give me that bauxite. Give me that bauxite. We might need to do a couple of drones for the bauxite, because these don't fill these up fully, because it's only 9 slots, so 6, 9, yeah, it's only gonna fill it up to about right here. Uh-oh. He got no fuel. Did I forget to do something? So there's all the... Hello? Why are you not merging? Why is this not merging? So everything seems to be running okay. I'm gonna have to go through and min-max it. But in the next episode, we are gonna continue on with phase 4. So we got our cooling systems right here, which are running beautifully, 100%, which is kind of crazy if we're being honest. Hold up. Yeah, heat sinks are good. Everything's running 100%. So if you want to see how I built all this stuff, go into the live tab on my channel, and it will be titled something like Fixing My Mistakes in Satisfactory. So that was what that whole stream was about, was this. So if you are interested in that, go check it out. So I do need to assign a drone to drop off fuel here. I want to try to limit the amount of input somehow. That way I can use the same drone to just keep hitting multiple stations. So I'm gonna have to do some trickery. I have been looking into programmable splitters, or what was it? This right here. I'm not exactly sure what this does, but I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna figure out how I can go about limiting how much fuel it drops off, because ideally I would like it to only drop off like 1 stack. So I gotta figure that out, and then once I have that figured out, it's on, man. We're gonna have so many drone ports. I'm so excited, and our power is still pretty damn good. Okay, yep. Apparently I'm not gonna go to that pole. So yeah, we only really used about 3,000 megawatts for this episode, so we are still pretty good with about 17,000 megawatts left over. Now we will be starting nuclear soon, so this will definitely shoot up greatly, and I have an idea of where I want my nuclear to be at. I'm gonna probably seclude the nuclear out in the desert, because it's to my understanding that there are a lot of uranium nodes and stuff out there, so we can utilize the areas that I have not uncovered yet for a nuclear power plant. And it's gonna be a big plant. Like I want to be able to just do a 1 pass of nuclear power and not have to worry about power for the foreseeable future. So that's what we got going on, and that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel way more than you know. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I have a link for that down in the description, as well as a link to Discord if you feel like joining that. I also stream every single Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on this channel, so if you're on YouTube at that time, feel free to stop in and say what up. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. It really means the world to me, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace!